I'm Rahama.
And I'm Melanie.
And this is our monthly November podcast.
Today we're here with the main characters of our Shrek musical. You guys can introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Shrek.
Girl.
My name is Charlotte Weichert. I'm playing Fiona.
My name is Sydney Wilson, and I also play Fiona.
And my name is Aiden Taylor.
Okay, so we can just get right into it. Is this your guys' first musical?
No, I've done every musical so far. This is my third musical here at Blake.
I've done every musical here, too.
This is my first musical here, but it's not my first musical.
Okay. Did you originally audition for this lead? If not, what did you audition for?
Do you want me to go first? Okay. It was a very funny story. Because I was like a freshman, I didn't really think I'd get the lead, and I didn't really plan on like going for Fiona. So I actually auditioned for Donkey. I like picked a song. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to do a song that's like funny and like, but also shows my voice. And so I picked that song, and I picked a funny monologue, and then I went to callbacks, and I was like, oh, great, I might get Donkey. And then she made me sing I Know It's Today. And I guess she kept on looking at me and smiling. I was really nervous. I was like, But yeah, and then the cast list came out, and I got Fiona.
I did audition for Fiona. I love to do the shows, so I always want to be the lead. But yeah, so I did.
For me, I also auditioned directly for Shrek. That was my goal. Yeah, I guess that happened.
Guys, drag it on.
Oh, but why Donkey? Like, what
I just really loved Donkey as a character.
in the movie?
Yes, I loved Donkey. He was hilarious, and he was one of my favorite characters. I just thought I grew up watching the Shrek the Musical on Netflix, and I was very upset when they took it down. But I actually just I've always loved the Donkey character, but I still really do like Fiona, and I think she is a great character. Yeah.
So our next question for you guys is, has your experience being a lead in this musical been stressful, or has it been a breeze?
No, it's definitely been stressful. A lot of times I came close to being I'm gonna quit. But and especially there's a lot of dancing and stuff. I'm not a dancer, so learning to dance, but it's been great. There's really amazing people that help you through everything. So it's definitely stressful, but there's a lot of people around always to help you out and support you.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. It is very stressful, especially if you have to learn a whole new accent that you don't know at all, and you have to learn how to keep that accent throughout the show. It's just really and also songs and everything else. But everyone else is so helpful, you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like Charlotte said, there is a lot of dancing. I am not a dancer. I'm a singer first, so. But I think it was pretty stressful at times. You know, I was there were times where I was like, what if I just didn't do it and I just gave it to Charlotte? But
I was thinking the same thing.
But I think in the end, all the hard work paid off, and now I know my line, so yeah.
About the dancing, right?
No, I had another question, but you can go.
My question is about the dancing. Is it is it supposed to be just complement your character that you're playing, or is it a group thing? What is this dance?
There are definitely moments where it's supposed to be more in your character, so if it's you can be funny and silly, but there are definitely some there's one of the songs in Act 2 is a tap dancing number, and so we had to learn how to tap dance. So it has to look good. So, and it looks really good now. So from where we started and now it's amazing.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I did not know how to tap. I literally just learned tap a month ago. But I think it looks much better now. But yeah.
So you said that you love theater. You always go for the lead. Every time you do you have you always been lead, or how does it work?
So I came in my freshman year and did Seussical, and I got one of the leads. And then I do really like to do the big roles because I like to perform for people, and I like to get reactions from people, and I love it, and that's what I'm looking to like do professionally too. So it's really great practice and great opportunity here.
So like this is kind of like the same question, but like aside from the dancing, what do you think was like the most challenging for you? Like with everything going on, I guess.
Definitely the chemistry.
Yeah.
We had to do a lot of really awkward exercises where we would have to like do the scenes like staring each other in the eyes.
We had to take a whole like day to do that.
Yeah.
We had to like do like trust exercises, like walking around in a obstacle, which were just
Their eyes
chairs
closed,
under.
yeah.
It was just like turned over chairs, and they just like guide you through like the path or whatever. But we had to do some chemistry work, but I think it worked in the end.
So it did work. So do you guys think you're like closer as a cast? Or,
Oh
like,
yeah, we're definitely really
Definitely.
close cast. We do a lot of stuff like together, not just like the characters who are close together, but like everyone
As a cast as a
in
whole.
the stage company does a lot of stuff where we bond together.
that's
Yeah.
good.
It's really good.
So what's your favorite part of this musical?
My favorite part of the musical is the mice, the tap dancing mice. That's the whole like dance number and like the song itself. It's just really good, and it really puts it all together, I feel like.
Oh, I like any scene with Farquaad. I
Yes.
love like Ballad of Farquaad and like What's Up Duloc. They're so fun. The like Duloc dancers are really
awesome.
great, and our Farquaad is so funny.
Bobby is hilarious.
He's the best. So that's like those are my favorite scenes.
I think some of my favorite scenes is either like I Know It's Today, or like almost some of the scenes with Donkey are actually hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so like yeah.
For the tap dancing mics, are people like being the mice?
Yeah, we have
with the
like
mice.
blazers with tails on them, and then we have little shoes that have rats on them. And we have some people wearing tap shoes, and we have like some really amazing tappers,
Yes.
like people like Charlotte R and Jenny. They like know how to tap,
Yeah.
and so they were able to teach us too. So, and it's just a really great scene.
So are they like extras, or are they people playing like multiple roles?
They are people playing multiple roles, and Charlotte R and Jenny are our dance captains, so they helped us a lot extra with like the dancing.
Are any of you guys by any chance also doing extra roles?
Yes. Sydney and I have like 5 roles on our off night.
On the nights that we're not Fiona, we have like
we're Teen
3 or
Fiona,
4 roles to do.
Ugly Duckling,
Teen Fiona, Ugly Duckling,
and
and then we have
the
the
tap
rat.
dancing rat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you?
I don't.
He's
Because I'm
only
Shrek
Shrek.
every night. Yeah.
There's
Wait,
only
so
one Shrek.
How does that happen? How do you like? Is it something that you also have to audition for, or do they just give it to you?
They
like,
just kind of gave it to us because there's so many roles in this show. They had to like fill all the spots, so they just were like, we should give them more.
Yeah.
because
They're
why
like,
not?
you're not doing anything in this. You should go dance.
Interesting. So, like, do you like being Shrek every time? Because, like, they're double casted, but like you have to like be on there every time. So.
I mean, it's fun, but it also gets tiring at some points. Like sometimes I just wish I had a break, but I really like it. I really like it. I enjoy the I enjoy it.
As long as you like it, I think.
Yeah.
So, our last question for you guys today would be, what can we as viewers expect from the musical?
A lot of laughs.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of
very
laughs.
funny, entertaining.
A lot of talent. You know, we have a lot of talented people in this show, and I think it really like portrays like who they are as a person, and like amazing actors, and
Yeah.
Definitely.
And not just like we have amazing actors and singers, but the sets and the
yes.
lights and the sound and the props, like everything, it shows off so much of like what Blake is about as like a fine arts school, it shows off like almost every aspect of that, and it's like it's really special and amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that's definitely good considering like it feels like we're almost like losing our fine arts.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're bringing that back, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, I think it's cool because you wouldn't really, like, if you think about it, like, you wouldn't think, like, oh, there's so many more, like, aspects to it other than, like, it's theater, you know? So when you really, like, because I went behind the scenes, I saw, like, students painting the sets and all of that. And I think that's
work
really
very hard.
nice. Yeah, because, you know, students that, even if they're not actually in the show, they're still a part of it. And I think that's really nice.
Yeah. Miss Garcia Ruiz is she wanted it to be a show for us and like a show that like portrays shows off
what we are,
who we are and like our talents and stuff. And I think that really came out throughout the entire show with all the cast, the crew, and everything. I think that really shows who we are as people.
I also think it really shows how like confident you guys are because like learning tap in a month.
Yeah.
Like, especially not coming from like a dancing background. I think that's really amazing of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can tell, like, it sounds like a lot of hard work.
It really
It is.
It really is.
Yeah,
I
but it's
mean,
very rewarding.
Yeah, especially, you know, you guys are playing, like, multiple roles. You have to learn different lines for different characters, like, learning tap dance. Like, you guys have a lot.
Yeah.
Especially being on like call for you, like being Shrek all the time, like having to like go through costuming again and again.
You have one costume.
Yeah.
Or like the face paint.
Oh god.
gosh, yeah.
I had to shave my facial hair.
Oh, the sacrifices.
Physical commitment.
So thank you guys so much for being on this podcast.
Thank you for having us. Yes.
We hope to enjoy your show. I definitely will because it sounds really amazing. So that is all for us, Bengals.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you.
Hi, Bengals. I'm Melanie Lacona,
And I'm Rahama Bakele.
and we're here with Miss Yargici-Cooper. This is our second segment of the November podcast where we talk about the arts and humanities of Blake.
So first we're gonna ask Miss Cooper, when did you become the Fine Arts and Humanities Program Coordinator?
So I became Blake's signature coordinator in 2011, I believe.
That's
Yes.
pretty recent.
Yeah.
Wow.
How long were you at Blake before that? Or was that your first?
That was my first year arriving at Blake. So I came to us from Sligo Middle School.
But why did you become the signature arts program coordinator?
Oh, I am massively passionate about the arts and humanities, which is, of course, our signature. And I was working in music at the time over at Sligo Middle School, and I was really looking to be able to support teachers and programs and to help them grow and flourish so that students have a multitude of opportunities available to them. I was aware of Blake's program, participating in several of their theater performances as a guest, and same with their music concerts and their arts and humanities show. So I was sort of aware of the history of Blake, and when I saw the job opportunity come up, I jumped at the opportunity to interview and apply.
Wow.
So how was that transition from middle school to high school?
It was fun. Middle school is really special. I really enjoyed all the fun, crazy hormones that middle schoolers have. But I think what I really liked about switching to high school was the ability to help kids on that next level, not just figuring out what their passions are, but helping them find a pathway beyond high school. Where are they going to go after high school? And really being able to see that real life, I'm going to use this today aspect that I didn't always get in middle school. So that was really exciting. And learning how to work with high schoolers versus middle schoolers was a lot of fun. It was a great transition for me. I loved it.
What exactly is the Fine Arts program?
So we have a lot of arts at Blake, both performing and fine. So the fine arts really relates more to the non-performing, which is the visual arts. So we have all of our visual arts. We have, let's see if I can name them all, ceramics, drawing and design, painting. We have our fashion program, which does both 2D and 3D. We have animation. We have photography, both digital and the old school, actually using all the chemicals and the strips. And then we also have, I'm forgetting one class. No, I think that might be it.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, there's a lot. But, like, with all that, how do you do your job as a coordinator? Like, what do you do? What do you have to do? Or, like, you know?
So the biggest part of my job is a combination of supporting teachers, which really means supporting students and helping them to grow. So I help get the teachers whatever they need to help make their programs better, to help their programs grow, which of course in turn helps their students. Yeah. The other big aspect is to help advertise and help recruit. So that includes making sure people here at Blake kind of know what's going on and what people are doing, as well as making sure that those incoming 8th graders are aware. So a big part of my job is working with our middle schoolers and the 8th graders and the counselors over at those schools and the different content area specialists over at the middle school to help them come and experience things here at Blake. So when we have any of our shows, I'm the one who reaches out to all of our feeder elementary schools, our feeder middle schools, and I make sure they're aware and they spread the news within their communities, and we invite them and offer opportunities here at Blake for them to come and see the amazing things that we do. Like, for example, in the visual arts, we have an art show, and we oftentimes have an opportunity for elementary and middle schoolers to submit their art and their teachers to recommend them and to present them here at Blake among our amazing artists. So it's really neat. And just recently for the theater program, we invited our feeder elementary and middle schoolers over to see the production of Shrek, which you got to see just on Friday. So it was really nice to get a chance for those students to come and see a little bit about what's happening at Blake and what their future holds.
Why should students be interested in the fine arts and humanities?
Well, it's at the center of all aspects of life and things that people are passionate or things that people enjoy in life. If you like watching TV, if you like listening to music, if you like anything to do with that, it involves music, arts, performing, media arts. That is a part of our art signature. It's kind of in between our performing and our visual, but media arts is a huge aspect. So that's not only the people who are behind the cameras, but it's also actually the recording, how the technology works. It's putting all of the clips together, the editing. All of that is an art form as well as a learned craft. So if most people have an interest in music and or TV and or movies, and that is at the center of what our signature is. And a lot of people ask me, well, what are the humanities? I get that question a lot. And the humanities are the studies of what make us human. It's not our biology and the science of our bodies, but it's our history and it's the telling of our story, which includes our world languages, okay, and the culture and the history that goes into that. And if you understand where we come from, it can help us to understand how better to not make the mistakes of the past and repeat them, and how to learn and actually move forward. So I would hope that most of this next generation coming forward will get interested in understanding our past better and understanding where we came from so that we can move forward in a more positive manner.
So where does the humanities aspect come in at Blake?
So that, again, those are our social studies, our world language classes, as well as some of our English electives. So we have our debate as well as our game, I think it's called the, I cannot remember the name of the class.
Game development?
No, it's not game development, but game development is awesome and a cool part of our signature. Comic books. There's a comic book class that we have here at Blake. I'm sorry, I cannot remember the name of it right now, but it's where you learn about reading and storytelling through the art of comic books. Well, comics books is a great marriage between visual arts and writing and storytelling and creative writing. So all of that melds together beautifully in that class. So the humanities are all those different wonderful areas where magic happens here at Blake.
One of our last questions for you is, do you think students here at Blake are already well invested into the arts and humanities?
I think a lot of them are. I mean, we have a huge number of students that participate in some way or form. It's rare that I run across a student who in their junior or senior year hasn't participated in some aspect of our signature, because it is kind of infused throughout various parts of our school. So I think there's people who are more passionate about it than others, but I think almost everybody participates in some fashion with our signature.
Do you think that in recent years Blake has been kind of like the participation in students in fine arts and humanities has been like decreasing?
So I think there's been a lot of conflicts and a lot of vying for students' attention, which is going to happen in any school. And AP classes are taking a big push. The county, the country, everyone wants everyone to accelerate. And there's great things about that opportunity. So when there's a big push for AP, sometimes that means double electives. Sometimes it also means having to make a choice between taking a class that you know you're going to have a lot of written work and a lot of reading work. Therefore, you want to take a class where you balance it with one that has less of regular homework aspect of it. So I think that a lot of our students are pulled in so many directions, and that's the challenge, is can we help them find their passion and focus so that they can take advantage of everything Blake has to offer. A lot of our students are now doing half-day schedules or doing reduced loads. And for those who do it because of needing a job to work, I think that's great that we have that option for them, because you don't need to take 7 periods for all 4 years in order to graduate and get all the credits that you need. But for those who aren't taking advantage of all 7 periods and are leaving early, I think those are the students who are missing out on all the extra things that Blake has to offer. That's when you don't get to participate in electives, because you have to spend the classes that you have here focused on the core subjects that are part of your graduation requirement. So when you don't get to experiment and try out new things and see, ooh, do I like that? Ooh, do I like that? Is that part of me? I think the students really miss out, because once you leave high school, anything that you want to learn, you have to pay for. And I mean a lot of money in order to learn any of these things. And we teach it to you here for free. It doesn't cost you anything. So I think for me, I definitely have seen a decline in our overall elective numbers. And I think the biggest reason is a lot of kids are doing other programs. There's been a big push for students to do dual enrollment. And that means they're not really at Blake and able to participate in the classes that we offer here. So I think that's a great opportunity and a great program for those students that it works for. But I would like to see more of our students taking part of 7 periods here at Blake so they can truly experience everything we have to offer.
So how would, like, in a world where everything which is work out, how could Blake balance that? Like, experimenting and things that, you know, students maybe want to do, as well as, you know, taking classes that help them accelerate and go further in their education.
You can do it now. All you have to do is be here for all 7 periods, and it's completely possible and easy to do. The challenge becomes when you're not here for all 7 periods, we run into a problem. It also is a little bit of a scheduling issue when we have so many singleton classes. That's something that Blake has more of than almost any other high school that I'm aware of in Montgomery County. So we may teach and offer one class, but we only have one section of it. That means it's only available 1 period throughout a 7-period day. So if you have one AP class that's only available 2nd period, and then you have another AP class that you want to take, it's also only available 2nd period, then you as a student have to make a choice. Well, which one of those am I going to do? And when a lot of the performing arts are ensemble based, so that means you need all the different instruments in one class in order to make that happen. So there's only 1 period where you can take a certain type of band. Jazz bands only offer 1 period. If you're in a cappella, the audition ensemble choir, just like the audition jazz, you're only available that 1 period. Same with dance company. If you're in dance company and doing dance, it's only available for that 1 period. So when you run into those classes that are locked into 1 class period, it becomes a challenge when we have so many of those throughout the school. So the beauty of it is so many opportunities for kids and so many things that they can grow and experience and excel in. But we're limited to 7 periods a day. And if we don't have 90 or more kids that are doing these opportunities, we can't offer multiple periods. So that becomes a big challenge. And it's a challenge everywhere. But again, I think the best thing we can do is have our students here in the building participating in 7 periods every day. And that will make a big difference to balance out those numbers and allow us to offer some more sections to help alleviate that schedule strain.
Yeah.
Last question. What's your favorite part of your job?
That's actually, it's an easy and a hard one. I think my favorite part of my job is being able to help not only teachers but students. And when I see a need and something that's not working in the classroom, and I'm able to help solve that problem and get the teacher what they need so the students can do what they need to do, and then I get to watch, the second bonus part is I get to watch it actually happen. I get to watch the next piece where I've helped get them receive this, and now look at these kids do amazing things thanks to that access. I love both aspects of that. I love helping people and being there for people and supporting people. So the bonus of that, along with getting to watch the students also do that. And then I'm a huge music and arts person myself. So being able to be on the cutting edge of that and working with students and some incredibly talented staff, it's great. Blake's a good family. Love it here.
Well, thank you so much for coming and speaking with us. This is it. So,
That's all. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.